So mate, that's a resignation handed in and finalised. Crazy, yeah, I've absolutely loved my time here in Korea, but it had to be done. I feel like if we did a few months and then try to find a new job at the start of the season in Europe or anywhere really, it's unfair on them. They need a new manager from the start of the season, so I think we've done the right thing. Great club. Gonna miss it, I'll be honest with you. I've also had my head pecked off Greeno all morning. I'm ignoring him. He said to me, I've got a great offer for you. An underwear advertising campaign. So I'm thinking, really? Have you seen me naked? I know I'm pretty hot, but Christ. You know, Calvin Klein underpants or something. Anyway, I've learnt my lesson. Read the small print. It's for them massive pants. Have you seen them pants you get with a big elastic thing that comes right over your belly? Sucks all your fat in. Cheeky bastard. I'm not doing that. Although I have bought a few pairs, I'll be honest with you. Is that Greeno? Is he pestering you now? You know what? Just answer it. Go on.
I know you're with him. Why is he ghosting me? Look, between you and me, right? He's an idiot. He's an absolute idiot. We could have got so much more money, a career. Building that dynasty of a team. That was a young team. It was a good team. He did well. I'll give it to him. He did well. But his wish is my command. He wants to go back to Europe. He's going to Europe. He's going to an illustrious club, I suppose. They used to be in the 20th century. But you're not waiting until the summer window, my friend. No, you're going in mid-season. They're in a relegation dogfight, right? And if you think he was offensively bad at pronouncing names in Asia, you wait till he gets where you're going, right? They're about to announce it. I know you're at the airport. They're about to announce it. Get to gate 54. Go.
Gate 54? We're going to Poland. Welcome to episode 10 of the Road to Anywhere, my series, and yours as always. Thank you for your view. It's the most important thing, but if you feel generous, you can always hit a thumbs up and do all the other good stuff. Get involved in the comments. It all helps the channel, and I know you want to help me. Now, Poland, yes. So right now, at this moment in time, at this save point, I am still manager in South Korea, but as soon as the last episode finished, I took a little trip to the job centre. Now, a couple of years ago, when we had the last vote, I think, I unlocked a lot of Eastern Europe. I wanted to unlock leagues I've never been to, not just on YouTube, but really personal. And Poland's one of them countries I've never been to, but I didn't exactly go for this club straight away. I went for a couple of others, and none of them could afford my compensation. So I quickly realised I had to resign, and that's when you have to sometimes on a journeyman to move on to that next step in your career. And then I saw this club. They're on that list right now. Like Greeno said, they were once an illustrious club, and you'll see why in a bit. But right now, obviously, it's Europe. They're halfway through a season. All these jobs are available because all these teams are struggling in relegation. And that's exactly where we're going to be starting. With Górnik Zabrze. Now, I've looked online at some pronunciations, and that's the one I keep hearing the most. Górnik Zabrze. If you're Polish, let me know if I've got it right or wrong. But for the time I'm here in Poland with this club, I'm just going to call them Górnik. Founded in 1948, got a great sized stadium, 24,000, the Ernest Paul Stadium. They're a big-ish team with a decent history. 14 league titles, 6 FA Cups, nothing in Europe, but a lot of them came in the 60s and what looks like the 80s. They're not a club that's won a lot in recent times, particularly this century, and particularly while we've been playing this little journeyman ourselves. But in real life, they've got a pretty famous player who's gone home there. Lukas Podolski, yeah, he plays for them apparently now. Looking like he's, winding his career down there because this club isn't wadded. But yeah, like you've just seen, we play at the Ernest Paul Stadium. We don't own it. Looks like the council owns it. Costs us money, 187 grand a year. Average training facilities, adequate youth facilities. That's not great. But when you look at the stadium itself, it's pretty cool. It looks like it's had a bit of an upgrade over the last few years. And I even found a picture I'm going to show you now of a graphic that I think is the final article, the final stadium once it's complete, which looks pretty cool. I don't know what's going to happen. I also found other pictures where it looks like it's going to change colour, similar to Bayern Munich Stadium. So, I mean, I don't know how long I want to stay here. It's a challenge, or to come into a country that I've never played in on any level, YouTube or personal, and be at a club down in the bottom. We've got half a season to play, so it's quite easy to get through. But can we do it? If I go on to the finances, they're not in a bad place for a club like this. And I say a club like this because I've just come from a career where, you know, I was offering staff £1,000, £2,000, £3,000 a week. And if you are wondering about Lee Chow, he did want to leave and he left with me when I resigned, probably thinking I would take him with me. My CCPO is very happy because he's not coming. I can't afford him. A lot of staff wages here are like 150 quid, 200 quid, 400 quid max. So I've had to do things differently. But money wise, I was looking at it thinking, right, I've got 4.3 in the bank, a bit to spend and a ton of wiggle room in that wage budget. So I wasn't going to do anything. Now I've been at this club now for a while at this point. Because whenever they've sacked the manager, I've come straight out of my last job. It was a very quick process and there was a winter break of a month that gave me time to have a couple of friendlies and put my tactic in place, get them used to it, get them really training hard at it, ready to get back into the games and hopefully, you know, not get relegated. But mainly, I built the staff by completely sacking absolutely everyone apart from a couple. The scouting team is pretty original, but I'm going to add to this over the next couple of weeks. But I've managed to rebuild the physios and all that, and they're fantastic, and the coaching team, and that's fantastic. And this is what I felt the best thing I could do, and it didn't cost me a lot of money to get rid of the staff. And I made sure I said to him in the interview, I want to clean out, and they agreed to that. They did actually say to me, why are you stepping down to this level? So as soon as they say something like that in an interview, you think, I've got this job, and I got it, and I couldn't wait. I was excited. So where are they in the league with half a season to go? 17th, second from bottom, slap bang in the middle of the relegation zone, but in a group of teams all in a similar situation. So there's hope, really. But they've got 15 points, won 4, drawn 3, lost 12. This team must be shit. But I don't think they are that shit. There's a core group of players that are actually quite good. Is it Mane? You can see his midfielder second down there. He used to be at Barcelona. I've got a good keeper. I've got a striker who's not really been playing, Philippe Ballage, who ain't too bad either. It's a decent team. They should be a lot higher, in my opinion, than where they are. So what I did is what I do quite often with stuff like this. I've come in, everyone in under 18s, I pushed up into the second team. And then I've looked at the whole squad and just picked a group of players I liked. So there's been kids promoted from that second team, players who have been transfer listed. I thought, you look all right. Untransfer listed them. Other players who I think look crap, I've transfer listed them. Some have stayed in the first team, some have been put down in the second team. Hopefully we can cash in on them at the end of the year and just try and maximise as much money as possible. These players in the first team I will be cutting at the end of the year. We're just going to hang on to it. Like I said, I could have spent some money. There was players available, but I want to see who can cut the mustard here. I want to see who's good enough here. And if we can survive with this team, try and keep the better players and then build another team around them, hopefully with whatever finances I have, by scouting a lot. And one advantage I think I might have is when I did unlock all the leagues, I did start scouting countries like Serbia and Croatia and the Czech Republic. I found Bozo for 1.4 million. So, and I know there's more players out there like that. So maybe, just maybe, if we do survive, we can do well. I can build a team then. So this team, I mean, I could show it you, but they're not. I'm going to show you a few of them. Now, he's a good player in the middle. He plays a lot mainly with him. Mane, who I think is a really good player. We've got Oscar here, the centre half. And I mean, if you put it into perspective, the whole league, there's a couple of good teams in this league. Legia Warsaw teams like that. But we're still a good side. They're good players. They should not be, I think, where they are. Like my goalkeeper. He's decent. Like a really good goalkeeper for who we are, where we are, the Croatian. So, you know, I felt, get the staff in, get them training. I had a month of pre-season in a way, because it was a winter break. And we'll get going and see what we can do. So let's have a look at their season. So their pre-season didn't go too well. They won their first game, lost the rest, and then lost 6 games on the bounce. Wow. Absolutely shocking. Managed to win a couple, then they got knocked out the FA Cup in the first round on penalties. I mean, wow, that's shocking. Drew a couple, 1-1, went on this awful run where they picked up 1 point out of about 50. And then obviously this is where he got sacked. I took over in pre-season, lost my first game, fair enough. Won my next one and drew. So it's like I got a full house. But you know, I started to get a feel for it. And these are the games I've got left to play. We've got some big games. Got Legia Warsaw. There's a point which I'll show you in a bit where I play second and third on the bounce. It's been interesting. It was fun, it was short, it was quick, it's been easy for me to get through. But I'm very excited about this because this is one of them clubs which I didn't, just got this big history. But it's not had anything for years and years. So this is the vision for the season. Of course, they wanted mid-table. They cannot be judging me on that because I'm starting on my ass. You can't even see me with that low. Look at this. Shit, a brick. But that's where they wanted, so you can see why they sat the manager. They're not bothered about the cup. I mean, I'd love a little cheeky cup, especially after career. 2 years there, fantastic. Won 2 league titles, won the Champions League, and got knocked out of the cup both years. Straight away. Here is my trusty assistant, Lee Chow. 42 years old. Obviously, I gave him his first role. I don't know the last 2 clubs. He wanted £3 a week. I could only offer him 400 quid. So, you know, I will never forget him. I think he's a fantastic assistant, especially at some of the levels I want to be at. Because I'm going to be honest with you, in all my other Journeyman series, I think this is the 4th. We always start at the bottom, we work our way through all these little leagues, but we always end up in Italy at a big team, or in Spain at a big team, or in France, however. I don't want to do that. Well, because there's not tons of games, I want to show you this way. And what I start away from home, my first game in charge, put the new boy up top, he scored for me, great performance, created a lot of chances, and we won 5-2. Massive 3 points. We then played possibly the biggest club in the country, LOLLUJO Warsaw, who, to be honest, the only thing I think I've ever done with anything Polish was a story a couple of years ago. You may have seen it, called The Polish Maradona. That is the only story out of, 30 odd stories I've ever done that I'm in as a character. If you ever watch it, try and spot me. One of my favourite. Next game though, we bounced back with a win away from home again. So that's 2 away games, won them both. Fantastic. This team's like a bottom half team. But again, tactics in place, players are playing well. A lad up top who'd played like 4 games, playing for me, scoring. At home though, couldn't win. A draw against the mid-table team, but again, more points. Just got to try and stack them points up and get all that bottom 3, which doesn't help when you play a team in and around you, a little bit above us at the time, and lose 2-0. But you know, it was quite a close game. We just didn't turn up at all. But you know, this is a team that's at the bottom. I was just really happy that we'd already managed to pick up quite a lot of points. We then though picked up some points playing very well. That little midfield starting to come together. The strikers starting to come together. Dominated the game. Brilliant. We then won the next game. 2-1. Both these teams had just played at the bottom, in and around us. So this was a massive 6 points. And with that, we were 13th. So out of the relegation zone, got a bit of a cushion. Decent. Absolutely decent. I honestly believe I was kind of looking away. It's like I had a pre-season. I mean, like that month winter break was really helpful because you can just put your tactic in place straight away. Got me staffing as quick as possible, getting them all the training regiments sorted out, all that crap, and just getting working like that. And then, you know, it was like dipping our toe in here and there with the first couple of games. You know, we played some big team here and there, but then we picked up a ton of points. And if we can just carry on like this, there's no reason why we can't survive. And I can really start thinking about life in the PKO Bank Polski League next year. Tons of fun, honestly. Random. I would never come to Poland. I never have. Played this game for 25 years. Just Poland, why would you go? I just wouldn't, no offence. I work with a ton of Polish guys. They are funny. They always look dead miserable. They sound miserable, but when you actually get to know them, then it's like a consistent thing. And I work with like 8 of them. They're all dead nice. But it was Filip Balázs, 32-year-old Slovakian who hadn't been playing a ton. I thought he was better. I thought he was decent, and I gave him this opportunity to play, and he hadn't let me down. He scored enough goals, and one of the reasons, you know, I think we've done so well. The team itself, the midfield's done really well. We've done great goalkeeper. Pulls off some right cracking saves. But this guy, yeah, I'm really chuffed with him. I've now gone forward a little bit more, and I've played 4 more games at this point. Starting off with a 4-1 win against the mid-table team where we are right now. No more relegation worries, I don't think. We then won 4-2 in the next game, and look at the shots we create, look at the chances we create, look at Balázs getting a freaking hat-trick, man, on a 10. What a little star. The previous manager didn't rate him. Look what he had. Played him, he might have still been in a job, man. It's this game and the next game. These were second, I think, in the league at the time. And look at that, 2-0. 2-0 and dominated it. We then played third away and scraped to win. Balázs getting us the goal. It was a very even game. They had many opportunities to score. It only says 3 on target, but the like should have gone in kind of shots. Yeah, got the sweats on with this one, but this was one of them last 2 games, because of who we are and the fact we've not been here long, and we're supposed to be this ragtag team in a relegation zone, to beat 2nd or 3rd on the bounce. When I was looking at where the teams are when I was coming up to the games, thinking that's definite 6 points loss. So to come out of them 2 with 6 points, honestly, it's like winning a cup. Gave me the same joy, the same emotion, the same excitement to play than when you win a Champions League or something. And they're fantastic when you do stuff like that, I think. So with 4 games left to play, we're now 10th. Just get the boot in. I'll be honest with you, it's probably 50% me, 50% the training sessions and the comp placement. The CCPO, man, will take your team onto another level. I mean, I go onto all the club staff lists and you never see any other club with a CCPO. Get yourself one. Trust me, you'll do wonders for you. Right then, I've now played at this point another 2 games. One against Arca, where we absolutely... How is it 1-0? They couldn't even do a thing. And then the last game I have played at this point was another victory away from home. A great game, a cracking game, to be fair. To go up, to go 2-1 down and think, right, this is coming back to us now. We've got to drop some points at some point. And then Balhaj, 2 goals in 3 minutes, wins us the game and gives us 8 wins on the bounce with 2 games left to play. One against Rakov or whatever they're called in 3rd, big game. You know, every chance we could lose that, but we're on fire. I mean, I've saved it though, haven't I? Because I finished playing this and then I've saved it. And we all know what happens when you save it, form goes out the window. I did that. Honestly, when you're on that run, I didn't care what was going on around me. I'm like, this computer is not getting turned off. Right, can you bath the kids? Yeah, computer, you're staying on. I'm not saving you, because if I do, this run will end. So we'll see what happens with that. And then the last game is going to be against Whistler Plock in 12th. So we're safe. We ain't going down. That's the main thing. But hopefully we can get as high as we can, because the money is all right. It's all right. I mean, you get a couple of mil at the top. Well, ish. It's probably the best prize money in any league we've been in. It's just the money itself within the league compared to other leagues. It isn't great, like wages and all that. I mean, what we spend in a week? 55 grand a week on the entire squad. Crazy. So I've got a ton of money. So basically now it's just about getting as many points as we can, getting as much money as we can, like I said, to do my rebuild, which I can't wait for. I'll be honest with you. But there, we haven't checked the rules, so let's have a quick look. Here's a European league. We play, there's 18 teams. We played for 34 times. There's certain match rules. You've got to be a under 22 player and all that jazz. If we go down, registration rules, you've got 3 players trained at a club for 3 years, under 21, minimum of 8 players trained in Poland for 3 years, maximum 25-man squad, pretty standard. So as long as you've got that basis, you can get a lot of foreigners in, which could be quite exciting and something we might have to do. I am also scouting as many young Polish players as well as I can, so we'll see. The shortlist looks quite good. Business though, you don't know until you get there, do you? You don't know what you can do till you get there. Try and squeeze in 2 cheeky little icons, why not? But look at him, the man who was not wanted. 12 goals in 18 games. Form is through the roof. The ex Barcelona man, decent. Kun on the left, the decent. I mean, he's 35 years old. Looks about 12. Like I said, there's a framework here, and I will have to think about things. There's going to be a good group of these lads that are going nowhere, because obviously I can't get rid of everyone and build an entire 22-man squad. So here we go, playing in white. I do like it though when we play in our away kit black. It is quite smart. I like the stadium and all, to be fair. I think it's quite cool. I love the multicolour seats. I love stadiums like that. I like Brentford's, in it, where the stadium seat colours are just random. I do quite like that. Like I said, I don't know too much about the club. I did read about him on Wiki. I don't think there's anything too controversial about him, but I usually get told that by you guys in the comments. But I never really look into stuff like that. I mean, I've been to clubs in the past that might have had a shady history over something or another, and someone's like, how could you be their manager? And I'm like, I don't know, it's just a game. I didn't check that out. I just went for the job. Not a lot of money, but I quite like doing that. I like that squad building on pennies. So we'll see what happens. But this team's in 3rd, and I think... You'll sit the crossbar. If I'd have come here with this squad at the start of the year and done the staff and done our thing, we'd have been up there. We'd have easily been up there fighting for top 4. Easy, I reckon. No danger in that. But we'll see. Get a bit cocky because I won 8 games on the bounce. This is still a very good team and a team that could maybe, you know, obviously beat us. Oh, thank you for that. I don't know if you're going to see that. I've been sat here nearly falling asleep. They've just been passing it around at 1 mile an hour in their own half, dilly-dallying. We nicked it, we scored it. Philip LOLLUJO. Hey? And I've seen that in my short time in Poland, and I've seen it a lot of time in Asia. A lot of these teams are, you know, slow on the ball. Passing it around in their own half. 1, 2, 1, 2. There you go. No real urgency to get forward, just killing time. We do well against, because I do press. I am on them, and we will go at them once we get it. And I've seen that so many times. I've scored so many goals at all my teams where they've done something like that, like just then. Take it off him. 1, bam, bam, score. Love that. I love that. Genuinely, I think it's mint. Right, here's Kun. Come on, boys. Oh, what a pass! What a goal! Polowski, but the referee's gonna take it away from me. Nah, the vision pass on that and all. A 3 in the middle when they've played have been great. My wingers have played really good. And obviously having someone like Balaj who just obviously slots into my tactic and scores goals. Brilliant. I've turned an average striker into a beast, to be fair. One thing and all that annoyed me was, I think was it in April? Won every game through April. Oh, fuck's sake. No way. But so did the LOLLUJO Warsaw manager, and we had the exact same stats, and they gave him manager of the month. Cheeky bastards. So half time we're winning 1-0, nothing's happened after that last highlight you've just seen. I mean, not the most exciting game. We ain't actually done a lot, have we? Right, come on, boys. Let's hold on to this. Let's hold on to it. Fantastic run. Just got it about saving it. I did contemplate leaving my computer on. But it would have been on for like 24 hours for no reason, because it was Sunday yesterday. I had a day off with the family. We don't always get a ton of days when all of us are together. So we just had a family day. Not doing a lot, chilling in the garden, watching movies. Not seen anything from him, to be fair. If we can just get another goal, it'd be over. But can they get themselves back into it? Oh, nice touch to take it past my man. There's no one with him though. A lot of white shirts charging back. He's pulled it back though. Can we get our shape back? Or they're going to carve us open? We have a chance. They need a good chance to show us, because I haven't seen anything. Nothing, to be honest. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Skok. What's the name? These names. I'll tell you what, next year, I'm not going to lie. Once I've got my new squad in place, we're going down the nickname route. Fucking bang on nickname route. Oh, curl on that. There you go. Kind of knew that was coming. Right, 0 highlights for about 40 minutes, it feels like. Oh, until now, with that dude with a name I will never be able to say in my life. But I like him already. What a win. See? What a win. Even when we don't create loads of chances, they've got a bit about him, haven't they? There's something in this team already. So LOLLUJO Warsaw have won the FA Cup 1-0, and they have won the league. They've done the domestic double. They are the team to beat. I didn't think we'd be anywhere near them. But, you know, in that kind of form, from the second half of the season, we would be up there, pushing them, like, with an absolute passion, wouldn't we? Very exciting to see what we can do. I mean, I could bring in players in the summer and it might go backwards, I don't know. But right now, the guys are responding to me, aren't they? And that's what 9 wins on the bounce, beating some big teams. It's all over. Not the best game to go out on. Created a lot of chances. Really should have won that. So that's a positive from it. We didn't get beat. That's another positive. And we're not getting relegated. That's an awesome positive. There you go. We've just received just short of 900 grand for finishing 8th in the league. So I don't know if this is going to be my final kitty. Like I said, this player's leaving, so I'm going to have way more wages. That wage bill is going to go even lower, which will give me more wiggle room. And depending on what the business I can do, hopefully you're excited for episode 11, because I am. Could be a lot of fun, seriously. You better come back for it. And this is the final league table, so those 3 teams have gone down. We haven't. We finished 8th on 50 points. Only 16 points off 3rd. And 13 points off a European spot. How mad's that? Could not have been more proud. This, to me, is just as good as winning a league. We were 17th when I came here, 15, 16 games ago. 17th. Well, that's a good achievement. And it's the first year since my first season where I've got blanks, no awards, no competition wins. I felt like I got robbed, though. I mean, look. Got robbed in April there, didn't I? March, obviously, nah. But I got to come 3rd, which ain't too bad. But April, I mean, he's won enough. And we've got the same. Give it me, you cheeky bastard. So what are you thinking of the new place, eh? Money goes well far here. This ain't just an apartment. This is like a palace. Put a few pictures up, made it feel a bit homely. Although that thing over there is weirding me out. What is it? A goat skull. Why is that there? Reminds you of your ex-wife, the goat farmer. Looks like her as well, mate. Better looking than your ex-wife. It's true though, isn't it, eh? You're the one who ran away from her. Anyway, can't wait for next year. It's fantastic, that, wasn't it? No, we're not going on holiday to celebrate. I've got way too much work to do, too many phone calls, players to meet, a squad to build. I am very excited. I'm getting into business mode. I really want a mint successful season. So yeah, I think I might go and have an early night tonight. What are you up to? You're going speed dating. Well, yeah, to be fair, mate, Polish women are pretty fit. Well, good luck with that. Just try not to marry any more crazy goat farmer ladies. Anyway, anyone at home watching, thank you. Hopefully you're going to come back and support me and him, my CCPO, on our adventure here in Poland next year. I cannot wait. So stay happy, stay safe. I'm Bood, he's McLovin /CCPO, and we'll both see you next time.